go to buy stuff, and there's no stuff. There's no TP. I went to my Sam's Club, and they had no paper towels, no TP, no nothing. So I get on the app, because I see like people are buying all the TP, and I'm like, I just need one. I put it in the cart like Thursday night. Friday, I go and I look at it again. That brand is gone, so I grab another brand and put it in there. And that brand sells out while I'm waiting. So then I just grabbed the next thing that was available and hit buy now. I'm hoping we're not resorting to socks soon.
Well, I got one of these.
Oh, cool. You got it.
Oh, look, you can see.
Oh, I can see myself in it. That's creepy.
And then there's me. Yeah, I got it. I wanted to put it on my kid at the zoo yesterday.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it'd be a good idea. It was going to fall off his head into like an animal pit or something, and we'd never see it again, so I didn't do it.
Yeah. If you're doing anything crazy, you definitely want to have a tether. I have a little tether for mine.
I got one on this. On the stick.
Oh. Yeah, kind of like that.
And then I want to put it on my windshield in my car.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one's for like a helmet, I think.
Yep.
And then this one I could put on my hat. It's got a clippy. But it looks weird with that. It's better if you got a hat and then you have the thing on. So.
Yeah. Welcome to. Good luck with that. Filming on a Monday night because I went on a trip and I was not available. So a little different filming. Hopefully it still gets out by Wednesday. Corey's has a big demand out of Corey, so I don't know if that's going to happen.
I'm not going to do it tonight. I'll probably work on it tomorrow, but whether I get through it or not, we'll see. But then I'll have to make a thumbnail. Well, then I'll have to render for freaking 4 hours, and then I'll have to upload for 4 hours, and we'll see what happens. If not, we'll release it on like Thursday or Friday or whatever. It doesn't really matter. We just kind of randomly picked Wednesday, and
the people love us. They are demanding more, Corey.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got like 3 likes.
I keep getting this comment from my mom because Laura and I just streamed that game Kingdom, and we were doing the tournament against each other. And my mom's like, every time she's like, when's the next Kingdom video? So we streamed it yesterday and we told her and she watched it.
Nice.
So.
Hi, Corey's mom.
My car needs a turbo. They started taking the engine out. So I called them and I said, hey, I got the money. Go ahead and get the engine. I put them 1,000 down or deposit or whatever. They ordered the engine. They started taking my old engine out. They checked the end play and the turbo, and it's too much. So they said I need a turbo. The turbo from Volkswagen is $2,000. So it's going to add $2,000 onto my $9,000 bill.
Yeah.
And then I thought, if I'm going to spend $2,000, then I'm going to get a better turbo. So I started looking, and I found some, and I couldn't really get like a good description of what it is compared, like everything that needs to happen with it. If it's like a bolt-on upgrade, do I need injectors and a fuel pump and a tune and all that crap? So what I found was when I had the GTI, everybody wanted the KO4 turbo, which is the Audi turbo. That was your bolt-on upgrade. Well, I found that the R that I have comes with that turbo already. To go, that's like the best you can get unless you upgrade your fuel system.
Okay.
So it's not like, I don't want to do that. I wanted to put a better turbo on while the engine was out.
Yeah.
And then deal with the rest of that stuff later. But so I was looking around. I found one for $1,200. It's a Borg Warner. It's just a factory replacement KO4 turbo. And it was $1,200. And they weren't going to be able to ship it till April 24th. And we want to go get the car like April 29th, I think, the last Wednesday of April.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
So that's not going to work. So I was looking around. I found one. It's the same thing. I found one for $800, and I'm like, what? It's from this other parts place. So I looked there. They got the same warranty. It's a year, 12,000 miles. And then I was thinking today, I'm like, I'm already screwing around with all this warranty crap that screwed me. What I need to do is just pay the money, get the turbo from Volkswagen. So we'll have Volkswagen's turbo on Volkswagen's engine. They did the work. They put it in. They have 12-month, 12,000 mile warranty. If something happens, I can take it to any Volkswagen dealer. Whereas if I were to order a Borg Warner, I'd have to go through them to get it warrantied. Whatever's got to happen, then I have to send me another one. Then I have to take it somewhere and have it put in. So I'm just going to pay the $2,000 and play it safe.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best. I mean, they're not a tuner shop. They're a Volkswagen dealer. So, yeah, that sucks. You kind of take it in the shorts, but.
So, other than that, I wrote an email to the dealer that I bought the car from, and I'd have to read it. I could read the whole thing. It's a little bit long, but you'd get the whole story of it. It basically said, like, I told them, like, kind of like a short version of the story. What I did, sent the lawyer's letter into the warranty company, and they told me that I shouldn't have had this warranty with this car. So I said, my lawyer advised me to contact you and to come up with some type of agreement to help cover the repair costs. And they're like, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't understand what deal you expect to make, because we sold you the car and it's not our fault that they're not covering it. And then they were like accusing me of doing stuff like, because the tuner I had for the GTI, I wanted the GTI back so I could put the factory tune back on it, because I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
And then I found out that tuner's no good on any other car unless you replace the factory tune. So I wanted that so I could do it so I could sell the tuner. So they're like, hey, you had that tuner. Did you use it on the R to tune it? Did you put modifications on to increase the horsepower and use it for racing or something? So yeah. I wrote him a letter back and I said, to answer your questions, no, I was trying to sell the tuner. The tuner doesn't work on this car. I have done nothing to the car except put brakes, tinted windows, and took off the roof rack. Other than that, it's exactly the way I got it from you.
Yeah.
And then I said, I'm not blaming you for the engine and the turbo failure, but what I am doing is blaming you for selling me, your salesman, for selling me this warranty, which he said covered the car in the condition I bought it from you. And then the warranty said no, because of the condition I bought it from you.
Yeah, this car was never had a warranty, should have had a warranty available. They sold you a warranty, not our problem.
Said like, well, I hate that it's come to this, but I think that you guys should share responsibility for this, because you guys guaranteed me that I could use this warranty on this car. And I said, I think that at minimum you should cover the payout that the warranty company would have. And I will
refund you the cost of the warranty that you paid for. That
I think the warranty company would have to do that. But anyway, I said I would accept to split it with you evenly. And I said, if you continue to refuse to negotiate with me, I'll have no choice but to escalate the situation. And then that's where I left it. So I was polite to them. I gave my side and what I think, and we'll see what they say. They didn't reply to me today. I sent that last night.
Yeah.
So that's what I was mad about. I was like, you guys are accusing me of doing this to this car. You don't even know.
Yeah. I haven't touched anything performance-wise. I've done maintenance, brakes, and I put window tint on, and I took the roof rack off. Eat it. Yeah.
So now it's going to have modifications, but nothing like crazy.
What are you modifying on it? The clutch?
Nothing. All right, so we're doing the clutch. I did a bunch of research on the clutch. I found this. It's called a South Bend is the brand. It's called a Stage 2 Daily. So it's supposed to have little to no pedal change. But a lot of people said that the springs on the clutch disc are rattly. And when it's running, it kind of rattles. And I'm like, man, I don't really like that. But then I saw people say, yeah, it's awesome. You know, the rattling isn't very much. And if you have any type of exhaust, you probably won't hear it. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. I really don't like that it's going to rattle. But I haven't found a better alternative because I don't want to go. I don't want to go higher. I don't want to go more performance with it because then it's going to be a pain to drive.
What's wrong with the clutch that's in it?
Nothing. It's just got almost 80,000 miles on it, and it's a factory one.
What's wrong with a factory clutch in general? Did you ever slip it?
No. The main thing with it is that the flywheel is like 8 pounds lighter on the South Bend one. The whole factory clutch assembly weighs like freaking 47 pounds or something. So the clutch is the flywheel is a little bit lighter. The biggest thing is the factory one's a dual mass flywheel, so it has a center section that has springs and it makes it nicer to drive. The South Bend one is a single mass flywheel.
Yeah.
And I watched a video on when those dual masses, when the springs break and they spin inside it. Yeah.
Bad things happen.
I mean, I think it'll be cool because it'll rev faster. It'll be, I don't know. So there's that. I don't know if I want to get that one yet or not. They also found that the exhaust was burning the shifter cables. So I looked at those. I found one of them, like I think the front to back is $100. The side to side is $125 or something. But then I was like, all right, so as long as we're doing all this, I'm going to get the short shifter. So to help make sure this doesn't happen again. So I'm going to get the short shifter, the cables, and then they have these billet cable ends where they go on to the short shifter on the transmission.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get that stuff, which isn't really that expensive. And then I was looking, I found an underdrive pulley. It's like $120. Like it's not all that much if we're doing all this work anyway.
You know, I don't know if you want that on a daily though, because then like when you get to a stoplight, your voltmeter goes down. I knew a guy who had one of those, and it was really stupid.
Yeah, I'm wondering about it. I had them on the Roush before I had the supercharger.
Yeah,
and I liked it, except the crank pulley never went on all the way, and then it shredded. Well, it took one of the ribs off the belt. It didn't line up right. I don't know. That one's kind of, I'm not really sure because it uses the same belt, the same factory belt. So I don't know what could be different about it other than it's lighter.
So how much is the dealer going to charge you for a short shifter and all that stuff?
I'm buying all of it and sending it to them.
Yeah, but they're going to charge you to put it in, aren't they?
Oh yeah. It wasn't a lot. It was like $100 to put it in or something. The thing that would cost the most is there's this spring and strut and shock kit that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was something like $400 to do the front, $100 to do the rear, and then $90 for an alignment. But I've wanted that for a long time, and I found this one that I want that I like better. I don't want to just put springs on it like everybody does. I want the shocks too.
Yeah, you want to perform the shocks. Why don't you do like that stuff when it gets home, like all your short shifter and like have them put the cables in because it's melty, and then do all your short shifter stuff at the house? You could handle that, I think.
Yeah, all that stuff, they're going to have it apart so they can just kind of put it on as it goes together.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm second guessing that pulley. I kind of was before.
I don't do those pulleys. I mean, if you're always cruising on the highway or racing, okay, but not on a daily because if you let it idle, your battery will die. I've seen it happen. You're just sitting there in the AC waiting for somebody playing on your phone and the car starts dying because, yeah, it's stupid. Don't.
Yeah. So
I don't think they're fit personally. And then if you have an issue, it's not a Volkswagen part going on a Volkswagen motor if it doesn't go together right. And then you've bought the part and then there's still, yeah.
yeah, so well, for sure I'm going to do the clutch and the shifter and the cables and the cable ends. Oh, is it engine mount and the dog bone mount? That's another thing. I forgot about that. I had I had the engine mount on my GTI, and it's pretty nice. So there's the engine mount, the dog bone, and then the tranny mount. And I saw people say that the car shakes really bad if you have all three of those.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
The whole thing's just like.
Yeah.
So
feel
I just want to do the engine and the dog bone underneath. I don't want to do all three of them. So That's it. That's everything. So it's not a whole lot of stuff. Most of it's shifter related and to help make that better.
Cool.
So I just sent an email to her right before you called for this and said, go ahead and get the turbo. Because they should have the engine this week, really. They ordered it at the beginning of last week, and it was 7 to 10 days. So
wow. Okay.
They should have it by the end of this week.
Well, whatever else you're getting them, you better get there by Friday.
Yeah, I haven't ordered it yet because I wasn't exactly sure what I want to do. What's today, the 9th? So It's still going to be a month and 20 days. How many days are in this month? So it's, I don't know, like 40 days still until we can go get it.
Yeah, but if they're getting the engine, they're probably going to want to finish the job and then be done with it.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I'm not going to wait 30 days when you're coming in 40. I'm going to do it first chance, really. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat tonight.
Me too. It rained here, and in the morning I was like I was having trouble feeling like I was getting enough breath. When it's really humid, it gets like that. I get like that.
Weird. It was humid here today. It was cold and humid. I was like, Midwestern cold. But then the humidity burned off pretty quick because it rained yesterday here during the day at some point, and then a little bit overnight. Not a lot. Enough.
It rained last night. When I opened the door this morning at like 6, it was really foggy. And then when I left at 7, it was all gone.
Yeah, we've had some weather. It wasn't too bad. It looked like it was going to be really bad, but it wasn't too bad, actually. It's nice. I could use a wet spring, though, down here. We're in a drought, so.
It's supposed to snow here like Friday.
No. It's March. Why is it snowing still? Oh, wait, it's Colorado.
It happens.
I'm tired of snow. I want to send it all back. I don't want any more snow.
Oh, I like it cold because it's hot in the shop. Like today, the high was 63 or something, and I was in there sweating. I had to open the door, and then the one guy came. What?
It was that warm up there? 63 degrees?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was 60 some yesterday. We went to the zoo, and it was kind of hot. I had to take my hat off because I was sweating. So I opened the door, and then later the guy comes over and he's like, "Man, I'm gonna have to put on a sweatshirt. It's like a refrigerator in here." And I'm like, "Well, I'm sweating over here."
I'm working, motherfucker.
Man, then the younger guy, he's always wearing his Carhartts like his bibs in the shop. Like even when he's working right under the heater, the radiant heat, it's so hot under those things.
Yeah, they'll bake you out if you're not careful. whatever.
Hmm.
Let him be that way. Maybe
RP,
he's from like Florida, so he's used to the heat,
he's
and now
from
it's cold.
he's from Ohio.
Oh well, what the fuck? Just a weirdo. Ohio people are weird.
Are all the people where you live buying all the toilet paper?
Yeah. I so I get paid once a month on the first of the month by my employer. So I go and I buy my stuff, right? I go to buy stuff and there's no stuff. There's no TP. I went to my Sam's Club, I don't know, it was last week sometime, and they had no paper towels, no TP, no nothing. And they're like, oh, well, we get our trucks from Cheyenne. This is Farmington, New Mexico. So, and they've had weather, so it's running behind, and I'm like, so I get on the app, the Sam's Club app last week, because I see like people are buying all the TP, and I'm like, I just need one, so I'm gonna get on the app, I'm gonna order it, and Sam's Club will ship it to your house, kind of like Amazon. It's pretty neat. So I get on there, and I need paper towels, I need a thing of paper towels, I need a thing of TP. That's it. I ordered it. I put it in the cart like Thursday night. I was going to talk to Steph, make sure I was getting the right brands. Couldn't get a hold of her, or we didn't talk about it Thursday. Friday, I go and I look at it again. That brand is gone, so I grab another brand and put it in there. And I text Steph, and that brand sells out while I'm waiting. So then I just grabbed the next thing that was available and hit buy now. I was like, yeah, this is becoming a situation. So I'm waiting for that to ship. I have not got a shipping notification. I'm hoping we're not resorting to socks soon.
I figured worst case you can we'll just get off the toilet and go straight into the shower. I mean, it's better than using a towel and putting the towel in your washing machine. Yeah, so we went to Costco because we had the money, and when we have the extra money, we go to Costco and we get things that we go through a lot of, like toilet paper, paper towels, and crap like that.
Stock up run, yeah.
So
That's what we do.
We get in there. It was kind of packed. It wasn't packed, but there's more people in there than I'd ever seen before. We got to the back, and there's a sign that says, "Toilet paper and paper towels are sold out completely." Like Costco doesn't have any. So
and they have like pallets of this stuff. My Sam's probably have 20 or 30 pallets of paper products. Goose eggs last time. Goose eggs.
So then we went to, then that was Saturday. Sunday we went to the zoo, and then on the way back, we're like, hey, we should make some salsa. So we stopped at King Soopers and looked, and there was like a couple packages of toilet paper left. Other than that, the shelves were empty in Aurora. So we're like, well, what the hell is going on? Luckily, we don't need any right now.
It's not code brown yet.
Yeah.
But
man,
I'm hoping all these people will buy all the TP, and then in like a week or two, because they'll have like a dozen rolls, or like a dozen of those big bags of TP, and then everything will be okay. Maybe. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. I did stock up a little bit. I did get one thing. Steph doesn't know about this, so if she watches, she'll find out.
Shh. Don't tell Steph.
Don't tell Steph. Don't judge my kitchen. It's also very dirty. I got
potatoes.
Yeah. But the potatoes are hiding the good.
Oh. I've never had that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm questioning your sanity. So that's the rest of my pantry. It's kind of mostly random stuff, but yeah. So I bought Spam because she never lets me buy Spam. And, I don't need that much. If I was eating that would probably last me, a year and a half. Sorry, I'm plugging my phone in here so it doesn't die. That is, enough Spam to last me, a year and a half, 2 years, probably. But that's my coronavirus preparations. Instant potatoes. I got two things instant potatoes. I got two things of, they're freeze-dried or dehydrated hash browns. So you put them in water and they soak up the water, and then you fry them.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good. And some cans of Spam. I figure I can make it at least 2 weeks on that if I had.
Yeah, that's what Laura said. The people aren't buying food; they're buying toilet paper.
Which, okay, so I could see if it was like a stomach bug going around, but it's it's like the flu, but not the stomach flu. Like it's like runny nose, tired, achy, pneumonia. Not everything you eat goes right through you.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why everybody's stocking up on TP. One of those giant things lasts us like a month and a half, almost 2 months.
Yeah.
Except I'm at the end of a giant bag, so I'm like, I need some. I got like a quarter of a bag left, which is enough for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm hoping that gets past the rush, and I can buy TP again in a couple weeks.
The thing that concerns me is look how fast that happened. And then they still can't keep it in stock. The cashier said that Costco has a shipment come in the morning or at night or whenever it comes in, and then they'll restock it, and then people will be waiting outside. When they open in 15 minutes, all the TP will be gone again. So look how fast this is happening. Like if something does happen, the grocery stores are going to be empty in a matter of hours of food and anything, cans.
Yep.
And at that point, you got no choice but to just get out of here. Really?
Yeah, but okay, so you leave Aurora. Where are you going to go? Colorado Springs? Same thing's going to be happening there. Okay, go to Albuquerque. Same thing's going to be happening there. I mean, that's the thing. It's not going to be, okay, well, this happened in Aurora, so let's drive down the street or let's go to Laramie or wherever. It's going to happen everywhere, across the whole country.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like out of the state somewhere. I don't know. We probably have enough food. If we had to eat all the food in the house, we could probably last a couple weeks. But then again, Will has to have the gluten-free food or else he's just going to puke it up. So that's another thing is we have to have the gluten-free stuff or else he can't even eat.
Yeah, that's the not like I'm a prepper, but I follow some of those people, and like, yeah, you definitely need to have some food stores on hand. I got a lot of potatoes. I don't like potatoes that much. I got a lot of damn potatoes.
Be like
the Irish I figure can live on potatoes, so I'll be okay.
Be like Matt Damon on, what is it, The Martian, where he lives on potatoes for like years or something.
Yeah, he lives on potatoes for like 9 months or something, right? That's how long
I don't remember. It's a long time.
Yeah. I got enough food here. I'd be okay. Trying to think. Got enough medicine for a minute. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd be okay for a little bit. 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, we'd probably be okay for a couple weeks. I kind of think at the end of the first week, it would just be like, we need to get groceries, but we still have plenty of stuff.
Yeah.
This end of the second week, we'd be getting kind of low, but I bet we could go more than 2 weeks. 4 weeks would be really pushing it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I'd be sick of potatoes and Spam, probably. But I got chicken, I got beef, I don't have much pork. I don't keep much pork on hand. I got enough stuff. If you were told day one, okay, you have to make this last X amount of days, with a little bit of rationing, we'd be good. Now, if I just cooked all day, every day, like I do when I'm bored, yeah, it'd be tough. I'm a fat kid. I eat a lot.
What we need is like a cow, a quarter of a cow or something in the freezer. And then you'd be okay for a long time.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have a place for a freezer. I've always been afraid of losing power out here and losing all that meat in the freezer. So, but actually we do okay. I've only lost power like for 8 hours one time, and that was a freak accident. Like a telephone pole just randomly broke. But in 3 years or so, I've only lost power once for that long. My folks were here on vacation. It was good timing. That was a bad weekend. Uh, but we made it work. I don't
We
know.
we have a freezer that's like, my mini fridge. It's
Hmm.
probably like twice as high as that, and the front opens.
Yep.
So that's where we keep meat, and then we have the regular fridge with the freezer, and then we have the keg fridge, and that has a small freezer on the top of it too.
Yeah.
So
Is
we've
that the
got
cake fridge we made?
yeah.
Yes.
So we've got some decent. I mean, we have enough freezer space. I don't know that we could do a quarter cow. I mean, that would really pack it full.
That's a
Um,
lot.
we'd have to get another one probably, but yeah, I'd like to do that. 600 bucks or $800 or something. Be set on meat for like 5 years.
Yeah, it depends how much you guys eat. But yeah, it goes a long way.
Yeah, I was gonna bring my NASCAR rings down here and do the talk NASCAR and stuff, but I don't know. We're probably gonna have to make this one of the shorter ones.
I didn't see the Hillbilly Roundy Round. I was in Moab in the backcountry. So I don't have any clue what happened. I think they were at Phoenix. Was it a
Yeah,
good race?
I know
They were
I didn't watch it
introduced
either.
the low downforce car. So was it awesome?
I didn't watch it. When we were streaming Kingdom, it was on. So I brought up the NASCAR app and I had like the in car camera going for a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, there was some kind of wreck with Denny Hamlin in it, and Joey Logano won the race, and that's all I know.
There you go. I don't know. I'll let the Dale Jr. download tell me on Wednesday. Not a sponsor.
Yeah, I don't mean it. If I got nothing to do, I'll watch it. But if we're doing stuff, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing to watch it anymore.
Yeah, we were. I probably could have put it on the Sirius. I don't know if I get the NASCAR one because I don't have the expensive subscription. I have the cheap one.
If you just
So,
have the free app, you can listen to Motor Racing Network.
MRN
Yeah,
on the phone.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We were driving. Um, yeah, I don't think we got any videos from what I'm seeing, but I do have some cool pictures. It's in your finger.
Bottle cap
Oh,
is a bottle cap.
we didn't bust out the GoPros. We brought them with, but we didn't do anything with them. Um, we weren't really thinking ahead that far. And then Steph took a lot of pictures, so I'll send you a bunch of pictures, and you can.
I saw a bunch of them that on Facebook. Yeah, go ahead and log into that Google Drive and just drag them all on there.
Oh,
And
okay.
and that'll save me from having to go to Facebook and then bringing you up and then scroll until I find them.
Yeah,
Which doesn't. I mean, it's not that hard to do, but if they're all in one place, it'll be faster.
and you can get the high res versions, and not that anybody can tell in the video, but yeah, I'll send them. She took some really cool pictures. I guess I'll talk about that. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah. When Laura saw the pictures, she's like, "He went to Moab. Oh, come on! I want to go."
Come with
Oh,
next time.
so real quick update on that. Last I told you, I didn't think we were gonna make it in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad and stepmom did not buy the tickets for Mexico yet
Oh,
because we don't know exactly what the state of the world's going to be at that time.
coronavirus.
Well, it might be a problem to fly there and back.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, I'm kind of getting a little scared about having to fly to get my car at the end of April.
You'll be fine.
I mean,
You'll
I don't think I'm going to get sick. I'm not afraid of getting sick. I'm afraid of actually being able to get through the airport and get on the plane. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they ground planes by then. Who knows what's going to happen? So
Yeah,
that's.
it doesn't get that crazy, but it could.
But anyway, we if we don't do that, then we'll be able to come down there in the summer.
All right, cool. There's a week in July. My folks will be here, so we're gonna have no room in the inn. But we'll figure it out.
Not gonna work.
No. So Friday we didn't film because I was taking the dogs to dog sitter Marcy at Prana Dogs, who's awesome. And then I got back late and we were getting ready and we were left early Saturday. We drove to Moab. We went and did a trail called Gemini Bridges, which is 2 bridges, natural bridges that you can walk out over. And then you look down into a canyon that's like 400 feet down. It was awesome. We drove around some more, went up to a trail called Long Canyon, which you start out just on top and it's just a graded gravel road, and you get to the end and there's a turn and you go down a switchback that's like 15 degrees down. Then you turn and come back and it's like 15 degrees and it's pretty rough and rutted and a little tippy. You're in a slot canyon, so it's like this. Cool. And then you drive under a rock that's the size of a house, which was also cool. There's some pictures of that. And then you go downhill really fast all the way to the Colorado River. We lost a lot of altitude in a hurry. And it was beautiful. It was amazing. They were easy trails. They weren't difficult, but they were fun. Saw some things that are awesome. And we stayed in Moab that night. We went to the Sunset Grill, which if you're ever in Moab, I highly recommend it. The food was pretty reasonable, like $32 for a prime rib dinner with salad and bread. It was a big dinner. I didn't finish it all, and I usually finish everything. Stayed downtown because it was off peak. It was like $100 for the Hilton Homewood Suites, which is probably the nicest hotel around down there. It was really nice, a nice suite with a balcony right on Main Street, right downtown. If you go on peak, it's like $400 a night. I was like, you guys are no way. That's insane. Like if you go during the car show or Easter Jeep or even during the summer, it's like $300 a night. So that was cool. We got a deal. That's the only way we can go because I don't have the tent on yet. And then we were going to do Chicken Corner on Sunday, but we saw rain and we got kind of chickened out on Chicken Corner. There's some areas you really don't want to be in when it rains. And from what I read, that's kind of one of them. So we didn't go there. We went south into the Needles district of the Canyonlands National Park, Bears Ears Monument area. And we did a road called Looking Glass Road Trail, basically a dirt road. But there was a looking glass arch I took some cool pictures of the truck. I'll add that, or Corey will add that right there. And we drove out to the Anticline Overlook. We were the only people there. A Jeep Grand Cherokee pulled up. That's like a big gravel road, so you can drive out there. Anybody can drive out there in anything. One little Jeep showed up. That's probably the only other people that were out there all day. And they happened to be there at the same time we were. But they were there for like 5 minutes and left. And we probably spent an hour looking and taking pictures and just absorbing it. It's what you think a national park should be, just this grandeur and nobody around, quiet, peaceful. But when you go to the national park, it's like going to Disneyland and there's a million people and there's buses and there's tourists from all over the world and they're all annoying and in your way and trying to scare the animals. And it was the opposite of that. We were the only people out there.
That's why we like to go to that one in Estes that got washed out, because you have to climb the rocks with your vehicle to get to the campsites. Yep. So it kept everybody out except the people that could get there.
Yeah, and there were a lot of places we found like that in this area, which is a little quieter. Then we did a trail called Canyonland Overlook, which is I got the book here. I'll show you the book. If you get this book, it looks backwards in my screen. Is it forwards in your screen?
It's good for me.
Okay, cool. It's kind of middle of the road, middle of the moderate trails, difficulty-wise. But it was actually pretty easy, and there was nobody out there. We were like, I don't know, I think it's 6 miles from the main gravel road and like 40 miles from the paved highway. It was awesome. We were the only people that had been back there for a while. There were tire tracks, but nothing probably for a week or two since the last rain, really.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. We were out there. There were a couple obstacles, no big deal. We were the only people out there in a while, which is a really cool feeling. Um, it was different. It was cool, but different, like good different. And then we came back off of that, and we did some different lines on the obstacles coming back. And Steph was spotting me, and we tried one, and I hit the skid plate, and she got a little flustered. But we got off of it. I mean, it was the extra skid plate I bought and put in. Is it one they didn't include from the factory, which was weird, but I used it, so I'm really glad I bought it. And didn't mess anything up, just a little scratch, no big deal. But she was she was a little concerned, but it was awesome. It was fun. Drove back, got the dogs, came home, relaxed. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm working tonight before we talked, since I have an extra hour of sunlight. I started working on my rooftop tent mount for the truck. I'll add that picture. But that's coming along, so hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll be rooftop tent camping.
Nice.
Be
yeah, I would. I'm guessing like I'd want to take the truck. It's like 6 hours. I looked it up. It's like 6 hours from here, and it's only like to Moab.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 hours or something, 2 or 3 for you.
It's about 3 hours from the house to downtown Moab.
I guess I was thinking it was further southwest. So I was thinking we were going to go from here towards your house and then continue on. But no, it's more like straight west and then a little bit south of Denver.
Yeah, I would go like straight out 70 and then just turn off 70 to Moab.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hell of a drive in my truck. And then in the summer with no AC, being in there for 6 hours and then 6 hours and then however long we cruise around. So I suppose the thing to do, I don't know, was put all the camping stuff in my car and drive out there, but then we can't have fun on trails and stuff. So
you can rent a Jeep or side by side. I mean, they're really not bad for a day. I think it's like $200.
Ooh, a
which
side
sounds
by side. That might be the way to go, actually.
They're fun. And then you can drive a side by side in Utah on the highway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you don't have to keep it off road. You can drive right down the road through town out to the trails, no big deal.
Hell yeah. I want to live in Utah. Well, yeah, then I could put me and Laura and the kids in it and we can cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And actually now that I'm thinking about it, we can only put 3 people in the truck to drive. So Gwen would be able to go, and Laura would have to sit in the middle the whole time because Will's car seat would have to go with the shoulder strap seatbelt.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would do in your shoes. We did that the last 2 years, and I owned a Jeep, but it had issues, it had problems, and I just wanted to go have fun. I didn't want to deal with my issues and problems, so I rented one a couple of times. 2 summers ago, I rented, I think, twice, maybe 3 times. And last summer, I rented once towards the end of the summer. Maybe twice. I don't remember all exactly. I think just once last summer. And it was a riot, man. And then we've been doing side-by-sides every year before that when Steph worked for Purgatory before they got stupid. But she got free side-by-side rentals. So we'd go a couple times just for like 4 hours. We wouldn't go for the day, but it was a lot of fun just bombing around the mountains. And that wasn't like goal. It was just dirt roads in the mountains.
I've never driven one of those.
It's a lot of fun.
I've driven a lot of 4-wheelers.
Yeah. Moab's cool. If you guys come like during the peak of summer, probably shouldn't go to Moab. We can go to like Silverton or Telluride or Ouray, those areas, and rent stuff too. You can't drive the side-by-side on the street there, but if like you rent one in Silverton, we can go out to the Alpine Loop area and play around, which is east of town, but you can't take them on Highway 550 in Colorado. So that makes it hard. Like we couldn't go to Telluride on a side-by-side, but they have Jeep rentals and stuff. I think Silver Summit RV Park. We've rented from them before for like a day. It was like 150. It was a little cheaper. They're a little bit older Jeep, but we still did everything we wanted to do in it. You don't have to rent the newest thing. In fact, I kind of like the older ones because if you scratch it a little, they're not like, oh my God. When you rent one of like brand new JLs, or there's a place renting Gladiators in Uray now, and it's brand new, like you put one little brush scratch on it and they're like, oh, that's $600. You're like, one scratch, bro. I'll bring my buffing pad tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
And it don't work that way with them. They're like, yep, that's the cost. Sorry.
So is it just super busy, Moab, in the middle of summer? Is that why? Or is it just is it too hot?
Hot.
So
110, 120.
Wow.
This big boy don't do that.
So it would have to be like April, May, or August, September would be
like
better.
September, October.
I was thinking October, but man, it snowed here quite a bit in October. I guess it's not there.
It can snow there, but it's not going to snow like snow. Like Silverton in late September is about as late as you want to go, and that could get cut off. If you happen to not have snow, you can go in October, but late September is about the latest you can really have 85% chance of everything being just fine. You get in October, you're going to get snowed on. There's a 50-50 shot either way. Now, that's kind of like why we like this area is it's, what is it, early March? Silverton is not open. It's not going to be open till mid-June. So March, April, May, 3.5 months. I can go to Moab until this opens. Or I can go south to Aztec, Chokecherry Canyon, for little day trips or little. I mean, I can do Moab as a day trip. It's just a long day. You get up early, drive, do your trail. If you have any problems, it's a really bad day, then turn around and drive home. It just makes a really long day for a day trip because it's 2.5, 3 hours. If we go to like the south end of where we were Sunday, that's like two hours to the trailhead, roughly. So that's not terrible. 2 hours to the highway turn off. Now, if I want to go downtown Moab, it turns into like 3 hours pretty quick.
Yeah, it takes us probably a couple hours to get across Denver and up to like even Idaho Springs. Because it takes a long time to get from Aurora to the mountains. And then when you get to the mountains, it's a good probably 45 minutes to Idaho Springs. So, I mean, that could take a couple hours right there.
You remember my apartment in Golden?
Yeah.
I think you helped me move a washer and dryer up all those stairs once. When I lived on the 3rd floor.
Yeah. Is that the one over
by the mall and NREL?
Yeah, there were like some hills and stuff right next to it. Yeah, I can see that place when we go through there to get to the mountains. I can see where it was. And I'm like, hey, you used to live over there.
I loved that because I didn't have to drive across town. If I wanted to go to Idaho Springs, it was like a half hour. It's probably like 45 minutes now, but it was like a half hour. I just get in my truck and go. Because there was a little barbecue place up there that I liked, and I just like being up there. And as long as it wasn't like 4th of July or holiday traffic, you could just...
You don't want to come back on Sunday, though.
No, it's a shit show up there, man.
Traffic is ridiculous coming back into Denver on Sunday.
I don't miss any of that. Going to Moab was cool, and there weren't a lot of people there because it's early season, but I could definitely see how it would get very busy, similar to Denver area and Denver trails. When you go an hour out of Denver, there's like 15 Jeeps sitting there airing down, and you're like, I don't want to see all you people. I don't want to eat your dust. I want to go away. I want all of you to disappear. Coronavirus.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely like to go places like that when no one's there.
I had so much more fun in the places nobody was on Sunday playing and poking around than Saturday. And Saturday, there weren't a lot of people, but there was still enough people where I was like, I hate you all, go away. I don't like people. I'm antisocial. What can I say?
Yeah, I don't either. I'd rather not have people.
Yeah. So Saturday, we're going out with the Jeepers Creepers Club of Durango on a sightseeing tour of the old railroad grade. Nothing technical, just cool history. So maybe, well, we'll probably bring a film Friday. I don't know. I'll try and get some pictures, though. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I can bring my GoPro if we go pro.
Yeah. I have GoPro Hero 3s. I have 2 of them.
Oh.
So I don't know how those hold up technically to a 7.
7.
I'm assuming not very well, but I need to do some more research and see if I need to upgrade my hardware. And we're looking at getting a computer for Steph to edit her photos. And then if we do that, I'll get something that can do a little video stuff too.
All right.
So maybe I can make some 4-wheeling videos and we can upload them here.
You know, I wanted to try it. This one GoPro won't go on my tripod that I have here, the way that it is right now. But I wanted to see if I could use that as this camera and see if it was any better, because it'll record in 4K, and it'll do 2K, and it'll do 1080 60 frames per second all day. The problem with it, so it came with a 36 gigabyte memory card, which is like almost 2 hours on 1080 60. But the battery goes down pretty quickly. I think the battery is only good for like a half hour of constant recording.
I had this problem. Let me show you what I did. I have a case for mine. These are the goods. Huh?
Ooh.
So mine has this Brunton all day. I don't even know if they make these anymore.
Is that the battery?
Yeah, that's all battery. The orange piece.
Holy
that's
crap.
A Hero 3 white. I have a Hero 3 white and a Hero 3 black, and I don't remember what that means. Oops.
Well, for this one, the black is the better one, and the silver was the cheaper one for the 7s.
Huh. Maybe the white one is supposed to be silver. So these are the little tethers I was talking about. And I have some that are pre-made, and then I bought a kit where you can make custom ones. But it's got like a little wire dealy, so you can like secure it to something one end, and then the other end wraps around your little camera case. You know, got the little wristband thing, so that if it falls off like your Jeep, it dangles, but it doesn't disappear.
Fancy.
So I thought these were pretty useful. Gotta have somewhere to secure them too, is the only thing. So like, they had these little stick-on deals that you could put, or like if you just wrap it around something, like if you put it on your rock slider, you just wrap it around the round bar and then tie it in.
Yeah, I'm wondering about these sticky ones. Like, say I stick this on the windshield, can you pull it off and then stick it again?
No.
How do you?
I mean, you can get it off, but you got to get new stickies. So I got
New stickies?
I have a bunch of this stuff, but they sell new stickies. Get new stickies because that's that 3M VHB tape. You know how hard that is to get off.
Yeah.
And like this one is like a turny one. Get on Amazon. They have a lot of like off-brand ones that do the same thing. Like this one is like Dasney. And I got some random stuff there. I got, hold on. These little Wasabi Power battery packs are cheap, and you can get them on Amazon. So you can have a bunch of batteries for cheap. Wasabi Power. I got all sorts of little mounty mounts. I need to get some different ones because I think I've lost a few over the years. Like this one is like the helmety one, and this one's like the handlebar one.
Oh, I don't have any of those.
This is the little stick-on deal for your strap. If you don't have a little place, so you stick this on. You run your strap through it, and then you tie it to your camera.
Okay.
Then I have a bunch of these that like change the angle of the dangle. You make your little frame. Yeah, I got a bunch of random stuff in my little cubby case here. I'm running low on a lot of mounts though. I used a lot, like when I was snowmobiling, I would go through mounts pretty fast. So I started buying these third-party mounts, like these little Dasney. There's a million brands, but because they're like half the price of the GoPro official ones, and I was breaking them both just as easy, like when you stuff or whatever. They're just as tough. It's just plastic, so keep that in mind. Don't like try to hit stuff, but things happen when you're playing.
Yeah, I was looking on their website, and I wanted to get. Let's see, they had a charger that would charge 2 batteries, and it came with a battery.
Yeah, that's what this one is, the Wasabi.
And I think another battery was like $30. But yeah, they had a tripod that I wanted to get, and then I suppose these things you just you after you stick it, then you clean this stuff off the plastic and stick a new one to it.
Yeah, it sticks like VHB tape. That's what it is. So
yeah, it actually says
whatever
that.
You're sticking it to, it's best just to leave it there. If you want to if you want to pull it like off and on all the time, get like those 3M. I don't know. You pull a strip out and it pops off. They make that kind of stuff for them too. If you just want it temporarily stuck to something.
Oh, I'm gonna stick one to my windshield, so I'll have a dash cam for when someone kills me.
Are you gonna stick it inside or outside?
Inside. Probably up next to the mirror, I guess, or down in the middle on the bottom. I don't even know yet.
Wherever you want. Wherever's comfortable. So they have a feature on there you can set up where it'll record for like 15-minute blocks. Mm-hmm. If you hit the button, it saves the last 15 minutes. So like if you are driving and you have that going and you hit something or someone hits you, hit that button when you think of it and it'll save what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it'll save what happened basically all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it will rewrite over that over time. So like it'll probably save like the last 2 hours or whatever your memory card will hold minus all the times you hit the button. So if you save 15 minutes 8 times,
it'll start going back over it. Yeah. I'd like a bigger memory card. I got like a 128 one in my phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably leave the one in the car all the time stuck to it. I'm going to have it where I can have it plugged in though. So I suppose the bottom of the windshield would be better. Have a cord run up there.
Yeah. If you're going to run a cord, that's what I would do. I think, you remember Dan Purcell at SGS? He had one set up like that in his Jeep. I have one I set up in my old Jeep like that. So I'll probably figure out one day, how to do that in the new truck for video. You don't want to take, like, if you're going to start taking video of driving or whatever, you don't want to use that as your only source or your main source because it gets a little dull just driving. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're like racing or something, that'd be different. But Corey doesn't race because that's wrong.
I wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look on Amazon to find some stuff instead of paying full price for it. I don't need full price, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't. This Wasabi Power stuff, when I was buying it 5 years or so ago, seemed to be the cat's meow, just as good as the GoPro branded stuff. Yeah, it did really well for me.
Wasabi. I'll have to remember that. Wasabi.
Focus. Can you see it?
Not really.
Mine doesn't work as good as yours, but yeah, just Wasabi. Wasabi.
I'll do it. Yeah, when we walked into Costco, I saw it and I'm like, oh man, that's $50 cheaper than it is on the website. So I took the card and I left it in the cart the whole time so I could think about it. And then I'm like, you know what? I very rarely ever like get something because I want it. Usually it's, you know,
Yep.
so like, it's cheaper. I'm going to get it and then I can figure out how it works and then I can use it when I want to instead of not having it next time I want one. So,
Yeah, you can come four-wheeling and take cool videos, and we'll all take cool videos.
I got that dash cam that my aunt got me, but I can't find the suction cup for it. And it's not as good as this one. I mean, it works. It works fine, but it's not a GoPro.
Okay.
I can stream like straight to Facebook too. I started doing it just to see how it worked. And actually, I can control it from my phone. So if I put it on my head, I can look at what it can see on my phone and stop recording and streaming and stuff.
Yep.
And I started the stream, and then Will came over and started poking everything on my phone and messing it up. So I smacked him. Like, what are you doing?
Oh my God.
It's a kid. Like, why would you do that? So I went and stopped the stream and deleted it really fast because it would have just been a stream of me hitting Will.
Jesus.
I didn't hit him hard. I was just like, what are you doing? So I went over. He was watching a Netflix or something. So I went over to his tablet and I started poking it a whole bunch. And I was like, how do you like it?
He started crying. You started crying.
And then we were both just crying.
All right. Well, I don't really I did a bunch of stuff and it was awesome, but the pictures speak a lot more than what I could say. Like, it was fun. I had a good time. I don't know. It was really is what I've been looking for a while. So I don't know. I don't really have a lot going on other than that. We're going out Saturday. It's gonna be a long week. We changed time. Don't let the coronavirus get you. Wash your hands.
Oh, I'm just looking to see if we have anything coming up, which it doesn't look like we do.
Uh-oh.
Nope. Gwen volleyball?
Coronavirus quarantine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what. So I was wondering about, let's say that the government says you have to stay in your house for 2 weeks. What happens to all your bills and your money? And so then you're not going to go to work for 2 weeks. You're not going to get paid for 2 weeks. So are you still responsible for continuing to pay your payments on everything?
Mm-hmm. They were talking about that today, though. Supposedly they're going to make some kind of fund or something, which, you know how the government works. They promise everything, and then they'll be like, oh, here's $20. Good luck. I think I'm interested to see what happens as well. I'm interested to see, you have FMLA leave, that kind of stuff, but you're still not getting paid. And there's people who use their FMLA and then they don't have it. People that haven't been at jobs for a year. I think it'll be very interesting to see what happens. I think it'll be interesting to see how it affects the election. The whole thing, it'll be very interesting. If I get on quarantine and you're on quarantine, we'll just live stream the whole day.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
I don't know what else to do. We'll just live stream stuff.
I'd love to stay home for 3 weeks in a row. Don't get me wrong, but at a couple weeks, I got stuff I got to pay for, like my car payment, and we got to pay the house payment. So then they can start taking people's cars and houses away from them because they didn't make their payments. Like there's got to be some sort of agreement to happen there.
I think if you're on quarantine for 3 weeks, they're not going to take your house and your car. You would have already been pretty far behind. It's like 90 days until they come start looking for your car, and it's like 90 days till the bank starts really getting mad about you not paying your mortgage and starts, working on the paperwork. And, if it turns into something serious where people are quarantined longer than because it's like voluntary quarantine, they're saying to see if you develop symptoms is like 2 weeks. But if you get it, they're saying it's like 3 weeks from the time you get diagnosed to the time you come off quarantine. So, I mean, that could theoretically be almost 5 weeks for somebody. That'd be bad. That'd be really bad.
It's 2 weeks before you even know that you have it, or before you even start showing symptoms.
It can take up to 14 days. I was reading an article just before we started this, actually. 101 out of 10,000 cases take longer than 14 days to develop. But that's reasonable amount of risk, I guess the CDC or whoever was saying is like, it's such a small number. And that's of 10,000 people who develop symptoms total, not just 10,000 people who are suspected of it or something. So yeah, they say most people, I was reading the statistics, most people develop symptoms within 5 days of exposure. There's like fever, coughing, and shortness of breath are the three main, yeah, don't do that. The three main symptoms that people get, and it said like almost everybody by 11 days, like 98% of people who develop symptoms have them by 11 days or something. It was like, if you're going to get it, you'll probably know within 5 days. 5 to 7 days, you'll be feeling like shit. By 11 days, you'll be like, I'm dying. And by like 14 days, I think most people are feeling a little better. That's just a long time. You'll be tired. You'll want to rest. Because I'm like, oh man, I need to make sure I have welding materials and metal and stuff. And then I'm like, if I get sick, I'll be sick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, when we had strep last year. So then I had to stay home for 2 or 3 days or something. And I was like, cool, I'm going to get to play games and make videos and stuff. But it was like, you can't even get out of bed. And then the day after, the second day I stayed home, Laura went to the doctor. I don't know what kind of doctor. Anyway, she went to the doctor and she got it. She has it too. So then she stayed home for 2 days. And so we were both like in bed for 2 days. And Will wasn't sick. Well, he had a strep rash, I think. He didn't get sick. He had a rash. So, yeah, I never had strep before that I knew. It's
not fun.
No, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm hoping the coronavirus, because I'm fairly certain we're going to get it. Yeah. It's just, I hope it's not so bad. It's like waiting to get it is the worst. I just want to have it and be better.
Just let me get it already. Well, then when I had the strep, they gave me these antibiotics. And then they tested me again the next week because I had something else going on. And they gave me different antibiotics or something. No, they gave me the same one. Oh, I got the rash. So we tested to see if it was a strep rash, but I was allergic to the antibiotics.
Oh.
So I would just get these like breakout of hives on my arms and legs. And it was it was kind of scary. And they found that it was the antibiotics. So they gave me a different antibiotic. And that one hurt my stomach so bad that I had to like stop working until it went away. It was just like when you get that, I'm going to have a really bad poop pretty soon. I better go to the bathroom now.
You got the runs?
Well, no, it was like that, but there was no poop. It was just pain.
Oh, that's the worst.
So they told me to quit taking that one.
Yeah. Antibiotics will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why the coronavirus is so bad, because antibiotics don't help you with the virus, viral.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out.
They just released it to get rid of all the old people 60 and older, so they don't have to pay pensions. They don't have to pay Social Security. They're not contributing to society anymore, so it's just to flush out the extra people in the world. The government did it. So.
What are you smoking?
No, I heard people there's conspiracy theories about that, and
yeah.
Laura thinks that it's a thing to put our attention on this, while something else is going on that they don't want us to pay attention to.
Yeah, probably. And
there was a comet. There was a comet that was going to hit us.
And maybe that's why we're supposed to be freaking out about coronavirus.
And then I guess it got really close, and then it wasn't close enough, and it missed us. So
close is relative in this world of space, I think.
Close, like within a few 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
No,
it's not like it whizzed the atmosphere. It was like,
yeah,
3 planets away.
Yeah, I suppose if it's even in, the solar system, they'd probably consider it close.
I think they do for that kind of thing. But I'm just wondering why they're trying to get people worked up, because the media is like freaking out about it, and everything I read about it says it's
not really that bad.
More contagious than the flu. Like, it is serious, but it's not, like, for me, it's not that bad. I'm probably not going to die.
Yeah.
Super low percent dying.
It's probably not life-threatening for us, or I guess kids don't really get affected by it too much. Older people, yeah.
No vaccine, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll, I don't know. The stock market took a big hit today. I'm really glad I don't have a 401k.
Yeah, I was about to get one set up before my car broke.
Yeah, I'm really glad I have a pension, not a 401k, as long as my pension doesn't get beat up.
Well, I guess it's not a 401k. It's a Roth IRA is what I was looking at. Which I don't know what the difference is, really. I don't. Uh-oh. What? Did you see a ghost?
My lights flashed. It was weird. We're good. We're on the internet, and it's still working, so.
Your power's going to go out, and your meat's going to go bad.
Shut up. Your meat's going to go bad.
we only had the power go out here a couple times. We've woken up in the morning to get ready for work, and the power was out, so we had to get ready in the dark. Like walking around with a candle.
Oh, God. Trying to burn your house down?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, unless you got something else to say, I think I'm going to try to go to bed like right around now, because Gwen and I stayed up watching this movie Annihilation. Have you seen the movie Ex Machina? It's about robots and artificial intelligence. Anyway, so this movie is made by the guy that made that movie. So we watched it, and it was cool, but we started it too late, so it didn't get over till like 10.
Oh.
And then I had to take a shower still and then go to bed. So it was late, and I was drinking beers. So I'm tired today.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh,
well, go to sleep.
Your face froze, but I can still hear you. Oh, you're back.
My wife's trying to call me.
All right.
My phone off. Yeah, I don't have anything. Don't get the coronavirus. Wash your hands. Good luck with that.
Go stick your fingers in your mouth and your face. Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, good luck with that. Not getting coronavirus.
Good luck, everybody. Not having code brown situations. Get your TP. Apparently, don't buy all the TP. Just get enough for the next week or two. Your standard TP purchase.
Good luck with getting your TP.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go find a tree leaf.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. People are crazy. Don't be crazy. Be normal. Everybody just be normal.
Don't be stupid. Laura has a shirt that says, "Don't be stupid, stupid."
Yes, people are stupid. Life's good. Quit buying TP. Quit freaking out and buying all the Lysol. It's not going to save you.
Yeah.
It's going to be your fucking McDonald's, because the people who work at McDonald's don't have time and money to go buy a million things of Lysol. They're going to be struggling to survive. So
you're literally going to have your Lysol and be spraying as you're walking, and then anything you're going to touch, just spray it down first. You're not going to do that.
You got to sit on the surface for 10 minutes anyway, so F it. Wash your hands a lot. Don't touch your face. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Don't cough. Yeah. Be good.
Don't cough in my mouth.
So hopefully neither one of us has coronavirus by Friday, and if we do, we'll have an extra special edition of Good Luck with That.
Corona edition. We'll have to go buy some Corona and drink that while we do it.
Yeah, it'll be like, good luck surviving the next 14 days, you miserable fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, if I got to stay home for weeks, I'll be on here. For sure.
All right, I will me too. We'll talk about our feelings. We'll be sick. We'll be like, this is the devil. Fuck you. Don't get this.
Don't leave your house.
All right.
Okay, see you next time.
Good luck with that.